So I'm Alun, and I'm the third generation of farmers here at Cae Coch, which is a 735-acre farm. Every single fence just about on this farm, which is forming a border, has become 2 fences, and in that gap we have planted wildlife corridors in the form of some kind of woodland trees to grow, of course, as hedges. So the birds absolutely love those, as well as the rabbits, the hares, etc. And there's probably grub life that I don't even know about. The Onion River is here behind me, and we've taken, again, advantage of some support to fence out the river. We've also given time to actually breed some fish in a fish breeding pool. So now what we're concentrating on is the habitat, making the river itself healthier for the fish to breed. If we look back then at the actual farmhouse, you can see there's a strip of middle land which is very, very steep. And I decided a long time ago not to try and struggle against nature and to give that back to nature in the form of woodland, really. So I planted 300 oak trees, but it's been a great pleasure, really, to let that go to nature, to bird life. We've even put some bird boxes there, although they're probably not necessary, to be honest with you, because there's plenty of habitats for birds naturally occurring there. People ask me about what I do with weeds, and here, for example, you see the nettle. 2 types of nettle here, but if we look closely at the leaves of the nettles, underneath there's often some kind of caterpillar, and that's going to be a butterfly one day. Often as well we have gotta, which is the ladybird, which really likes nettles. I tend to think they're actually little wildlife corners, once again, really for insect life. So as we climb through the land of the farm, really, we come to this heather moorland, which is 100 acres, and blanket bog here. And we are more and more aware of our carbon footprint, really. So this is one place where we can make a difference, really. So we try to keep this area as wet as possible. So we're not opening any ditches. Of course, we're closing, on the contrary, any ditches, really. So the water is stored up here. So an element of flood prevention happens here as well. And then, of course, the actual habitat is important as well. So we've agreed through the Glastir's environmental scheme to graze cattle here. It keeps a variety as far as the size of the heather is concerned, so that the birds can have nesting habitats. They need some clear spaces and then some shelter as well. And of course, there's a phenomenal amount of sedge grasses growing here as well, and cotton grass and things like that. So if we don't allow it to become a monoculture, we are helping that diversity to survive and to thrive, really. So that's something we can become increasingly aware of with all the responsibility that we have these days for the management of our land sustainably and environmentally positive way. We like what we do here, and a lot of that is to do with the sense of community that we have. We rely on each other. I can't round up my sheep on my mountain of 480 acres without my neighbours. We shear each other's sheep. If there's a problem, we help each other out at calving time. And the word sustainability is central to that as well. And when I think of the rural economy that surrounds me here, I probably spend just about every penny that I have and I make on this farm within a 20-mile radius, really, on local people, and that keeps not just the economy going, but we've got an extra element here in Wales, of course, the Welsh language and the culture. And so the fact that Welsh lamb and Welsh beef sustains that, I think, is an awesomely positive message for the future.